Okay, let's continue. Let's get straight. Okay, so now let's get straight to okay, this is not good at all. Let's get straight to the target. This is too informal. You can't write like this at all in an IELTS test. In spoken English, fine, you can say this, but in written English, this is a red flag. This is a no. These let's get straight to the target. You can't be casual, you can't be informal, you can't be interesting in an academic essay. You need to be very, very straight to the point, very formal. So and you can do something very, you can tweak this very, very in a very small way, and it will be completely fine. Just saying, getting straight to the point. For example, get this straight to the target. Any business will do anything to increase the income. Best approach to reach this goal is to. Okay, before I comment, let me read the whole thing. This way I can comment.
Yeah.
Let's get started. The best approach to reach this goal is to. For instance, okay, there's something called tone and register. I don't know if you know what this is. Tone. I'm gonna write it. So tone.
Yeah, I always hear about.
Yeah, tone and register is the level of formality of a certain piece of writing. In the case of IELTS, your tone and register is formal academic. But in the case of your writing is very casual. It's very informal. So we have a mismatch of tone and register. So you're going to be penalized for this because your writing is not formal at all. And especially the first expression, the one where you said, let's get straight to the target, this is one. And another one, when you made this rhetorical question, how many people will fall into the trap? This is also not acceptable. You can't write rhetorical questions in an academic essay.
I'm used to writing this.
Why?
Let me get it. The task has changed from what I got used to. I've always written informal articles before, so I kind of got used to it.
Yeah, well, you have to get unused to it now, because what they're looking for is something. It's something, but exactly. I can't blame you at the same time, because if you were a university graduate now, this would be much more natural to you. All right, so I was saying that the issue of tone and register, how formal you are, this is a little hard to get if you haven't read enough academic English. Do you get the idea? So in a way, it's really difficult for me to blame you, because you haven't done your BA yet. You haven't done your bachelor degree or MD or whatever it is you want to do. So you're not exposed enough to
academic English, so that I can
to formal kind of English.
Write it.
So this is one thing. Tone and register is a big problem. Then the issue of opinion. You did state your opinion here, like you said in the third paragraph. When you said, in my point of view, this technique should more than redundant, this kind of new number of also huge is also in. I'm just going to name a few things which are informal, just so you can get the point. Junior attempt to convince people that the goods they manufacture have never been made to. Actually, your introduction, if you take a look at the language in your introduction, this is an example of formal. It was quite formal, actually. Do you get the idea? Take a look at your introduction. Just skim through it. And that language...
Yeah, it's in front of me.
Yeah, it's formal. It's fine. The most apparent reason behind this is that these businesses are trying to meet their sales. Would do anything to increase the income. The best approach to reach this goal is to persuade them. Unprecedented. This is formal. This is nice. For instance, this is nice. A new piece of technology, smartphone, would easily, maybe instead of trick, you can say deceive. It would be better.
Yeah, the word deceive wasn't in my mind when I wrote it.
Yeah. Should not be put into use by, should not be.
It looks half formal, yeah.
In some places, yeah, it's kind of mixed. But the biggest problems were these two expressions, let's get straight, and the other one, how many people will fall into the trap.
The questions.
Yeah, this
Questions,
question. And also the word huge is informal. It's better to say a large number or a significant number or a large portion of the society. This would have been normal. Would end up wasting money. It's fine on that product instead of purchasing the new product they wish for. On the contrary, other people might believe that this technique is advantageous. This is fine. Advantageous is formal. These claim that all companies deserve the right to advertise their products the way they suppose will be in the best for them. Okay, I've got a little grammar issue here. The sentence is, it's a little messy.
Too long.
Too long. Remember, there's I think, what was it? I can't remember the exact number of words, but I think it's 25, 20 to 25. If your sentence is getting longer than that, then it's very likely it has some grammatical issue. It has to, because the clause has to end at some point, right? Because if you're using...
It's 24 words.
You see, almost there. So it's already a little difficult. Because when it's getting too long, you can't tell where's the subject of the sentence, where's the verb, where's the object, what are you trying to say? So you have to be careful of long sentences.
I should have divided into two sentences, yeah.
Yeah, the way they, so you can say the way they see fit, full stop. This will be the best, this will be in their own benefit, or I don't know. The last part is extra.
Yeah.
However, an increasing number of people are getting annoyed. Annoyed is also informal. Getting annoyed is informal. By paying money and not getting a fairly quality. This is also grammatically incorrect.
So, will it be better if I removed it?
Much better actually, yes. To getting a quality product. And now it's fine. Getting and not getting a quality product in return. Yeah. To summarize. Okay, so let's learn our lessons here, some of the points that you need to pay attention to. So the first one is obviously your tone and register. Okay, so I already talked about this. So this is the first.
Yeah, all of what you're saying now wasn't in my mind when.
Yeah, this is the point of
attempt.
Yeah. This is this is why we take courses. This is why it's a learning process.
Imagine if I never practiced before I entered the exam.
Yeah, I actually had a similar experience, and I was doing this, and I had an examiner, and she embarrassed me. So I know the feeling. So this is normal, because you need to know what they're looking for. This is the issue, and if you've never really seen what they want before, it's a little hard to imagine it on your own. So they follow a very strict formula in Ielts, and that's
guidelines.
And that's why I would recommend you have to kind of kill your creativity for the meanwhile. You can't be creative, you can't be interesting, you can't be adventurous. And that's why I made a bit of a fuss even regarding the correct words you used, ameliorate and demerits, because they're a little odd. And I would rather you not use odd words. It's better to use something which is, like I said, slightly more vanilla, slightly more regular. But
doesn't that affect the lexical resource?
No, it doesn't. If it's the right word in the right location, it won't. It won't affect the lexical resources.
Mhm.
What will affect the lexical resources is if you're using something which is
I got it.
which is a little odd or awkward, something that a native wouldn't use. This is my point. So if you get a native, I don't know, doesn't have to be even an examiner, just a native university graduate, I would bet they wouldn't use ameliorate or demerits. Maybe demerits, yes, but ameliorate, I don't think they would use it in that sense. Improve, I don't know, they would use something more obvious. So let's just quickly summarize. So tone and register, let's say.
Needs fixing.
Yeah. So here are some good points. Stay away from idiomatic expressions. Stay away.
Casual typewriting.
Yeah, stay away from phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. And
such as what here?
Get on, end up, you know, things like this are the phrasal verbs. It's all because phrasal verbs are part of spoken language. You know, it's right. You're better.
This is the hardest part to get unused to.
Yeah.
Instead.
And there's something called nominalization, which is using nouns. Now this is maybe new.